here is a brief overview of the engine. Over there you have the windshield wiper reservoir, and you have your engine coolant reservoir. We have a brand new air filter in there. I just changed it yesterday. That's your EGR. If you notice, I disconnected the vacuum hoses and blocked vacuum ports for better fuel economy and better acceleration. The alternator over here, I had it rebuilt basically. It has a new Bosch regulator in it, and it's been working perfectly ever since. That was about 2 years ago when I had it repaired. Never gave me any problems. Most new radiator, which I had the original one replaced for reliability purposes. I just got a good deal actually for 2 new radiators, and I'm including the other one as a spare. You have the vacuum pump over there, which I had rebuilt. It has a new check valve in it, plus new bearings and new seals and gaskets, which means that the vacuum system is 100% functional, no leaks, everything is working as it should. And for a limited time until the end of June, I will be including a spare vacuum pump. I got it surplus, very good condition with good bearings, and I'll be throwing in a new rebuild kit for the gaskets and seals, an extra brake vacuum hose, steering pump over here. The belts are almost new, no loose play, no squealing noises. The fan blades have been replaced. The original ones were metal. This is actually an upgrade. Replace them with plastic blades. One, it's lighter, so it has a very slight improvement in fuel economy and acceleration. This is a better view of the turbo over here. Turbocharger. It has been rebuilt. First of all, cleaned and rebuilt, upgraded with Mercedes source internals, especially their upgrade for the 360-degree thrust washers. So that is a good as new turbocharger with upgraded internals from Mercedes source. That hose over there, it's not original, but I do have the original wastegate hose, which will be included. You can see over here the engine mount, left and right, it's new. The shocks, the engine shocks and the engine shock mounts are original, but I will be including a brand new original set of those. Those are very expensive and hard to find. It comes with the sale of the car. So nothing wrong with these ones right now. My mechanic, Danny Fabic, did not want to replace them yet. You have the option of replacing it anytime, and that will further lessen any engine vibration if there are. But right now, there are no unusual engine vibrations, especially from inside the car. For the engine, I had it basically rebuilt. I had it overhauled, it was lifted. I have pictures of those on the website plus some videos of it. I had the bearings and the piston rings replaced. Well, for the crankshaft, it was rebalanced and everything was rebuilt. Basically has new engine internals. Of course, you have new gaskets, you have new seals. Everything has been replaced. There are no leaks at all. As far as the engine is concerned, However, if you see these hoses over here, these are the engine oil hoses, and as you can see, it has started to leak or to weep some oil over here. Brought that to the attention of my mechanic, but he says it's really very minor. But just wanted to mention that because I still do get a few drops of oil on my garage floor every week. It's about 3 to 5 drops a week, and it's coming from these. But I do have 2 original surplus hoses included with the sale, so you can have that replaced anytime you want. But right now it's not a concern. It's just a minor weeping. It's more of a cosmetic concern. Basically, that's the only leak coming from the car. See the left side engine mount, that's also new. By the way, the timing chain is around this area, and I wanted to have that replaced as well, so I bought a brand new original set timing chain complete with tensioner, sprockets, everything you need to replace the timing chain completely. However, my mechanic, Mang Danny Fabic, inspected it and said there was absolutely nothing wrong with the original timing chain. In fact, Mercedes does not indicate that you should change the timing chain at all during the lifetime of these engines. You just have to change the oil every 5,000 kilometers, which I do. You still have about 2,500 kilometers left since the last oil change, so it's about halfway. I do include a new set of oil filters, fuel filters, so you just have to buy the oil and pay for the labor. But anyway, going back to the timing chain, again, Mercedes does not specify that you should replace the timing chain over the lifetime of this engine. However, if you do follow mercedessource.com and if you follow Kent Bergsma's advice, he does recommend changing the timing chain by around 200,000 miles. So this, the odometer reads less than 120,000 miles, which is hardly broken in. Very still low mileage, but I will include the brand new original set timing chain together with the sale, so anytime you want you can have the timing chain replaced and everything else around the timing chain, and you will basically get an engine which is almost new. I just didn't have it replaced because there is absolutely nothing wrong with the timing chain right now. In fact, the timing has been adjusted professionally so that you get a one-click start every time, even from a cold start. This is the fuel pump. All of the seals have been replaced. It is working 100%. Let me just go here. That's the brake booster. You have your reservoir, fuse box. All fuses are complete. Most of them have been upgraded from aluminum fuses to copper fuses. There are still some which are aluminum. I just didn't replace them because there's nothing wrong with them. But I do include a full set of copper fuses. These are an upgrade according to Kent Bergsma. That would be your steering gear over there. It's still very clean. AC compressor, which the previous owner replaced to run on R134. But I will also include the original compressor plus an almost new AC condenser. plus the necessary engine mounts, which are original Mercedes, almost impossible to find these days. So anytime you want to revert back to the original compressor, you can do so. But absolutely nothing wrong with the air conditioning right now. So it works. This is the exhaust manifold. I had it taken out when the engine was being rebuilt, and I had it cleaned. Call it the turbo downpipe. See this area over here? That is the downpipe coming from the turbo going down to the exhaust system. I had it wrapped with good quality titanium heat wrap, and what that does is insulate the exhaust pipe and keeps the exhaust gases as hot as possible, and that translates to a better response from the turbo because it spools faster. So that is actually an upgrade as well. So I am going to show you how the engine sounds when it's running. Everything is working 100%. It has been tuned to perfection, and it has very good compression because the piston rings and all the bearings inside have been replaced. So there you go. The engine sounds like it should. There are no rattling sounds, no clanking sounds, no squealing. It sounds like a very healthy OM617 Mercedes engine. Now, I just wanted to mention the cruise control unit. It's 100% functional, although it can't be activated while driving because it is missing a linkage. So there's supposed to be a linkage connecting the actuator, the control unit, to the linkage over here. But since I've acquired this car, it no longer had it. But I really don't use the cruise control anyway. This can be, the function can be restored. All you need is a linkage that connects to this part over here. All the linkages here have been adjusted, so you get good response. Just want to mention the ALDA unit. I have not touched it ever since I've owned it, but the previous owner did adjust it. I have not touched it. My mechanic has not touched it because, well, I'm very happy with the acceleration of the car anyway. So there's absolutely no reason to touch it any further. I just wanted to mention that. Plus, it has been missing the insulator hood pad, so all you need is to replace the insulator hood pad, and that's it.